Do you expect this level of activity in the equities business to continue this year?
Listen, again, the market conditions were very positive beginning of the year, and there's always a seasonality. So I don't think we will necessarily reproduce exactly the same level of revenues, but we are confident again for the overall year. We've done the job, and we are confident in the quality of our franchises, both for capital markets and financing activities.
Do you actually believe that the volume of tradable assets has actually created momentum for this business?
Again, it's a mix of positive markets which went up, high volatility, but with, of course, no dislocation, so a very organized level, and overall appetite for investors with the reflation trade. So activities also on the corporate side. So a lot of elements were aligned to help us to deliver this strong performance.
In France and in the rest of Europe, despite the recent acceleration, the vaccination rollout remains quite slow compared to some other places in the world. Do you worry about the rebound that may not be as fast?
Listen, it might be a little bit slower, but we are confident on the Eurozone. You saw also the PMI index, which was at the highest level since 1997. Services, of course, are more impacted at this stage with the still remaining lockdowns, but vaccinations make progress. And we are, as I've said, positive on the overall rebound of the economies. Of course, the US will also grow very much with a lot of money provided by the government. It will help also Europe, let's face it. So overall, we are more positive on the overall economic environment on a worldwide basis.
Let's talk a little bit about working from home and return to the office. How are you managing expectations of your employees? Do you expect your employees to fully return to the office, say, by the summer or by September?
Well, listen, it will depend on the evolution of the pandemic from one geography to the other. It's difficult to have a general position there. Regarding France, on average, for most functions, there will be between 2 and 3 days a week working from home. So we will not come back to something similar to before the pandemic. We will adapt the way to work, and I think it's the right balance, and I think it's going to be very attractive for our staff, and will help us to further improve the attractiveness of Societe Generale as an employer. Again, depending on the geographies, it can vary.
As a consequence, have you actually revised down your budget for travel expenses for this year and the next years?
Well, listen, I've not traveled so much so far. So yes, we will spend still less than previous years. Going forward, we will probably review effectively this traveling budget. It's not the major cost within Societe Generale, but yes, taking also into account the environment issues, we will probably optimize the traveling. It will be necessary to travel again. People will be very happy to shake hands again, but probably for really the important situations. And after this, we are now all used to using videos very efficiently, and it can help a lot also to be effective in communicating with clients, your staff, any kind of stakeholders.